Played forward, looking for Horgan. Resets and a chance for Mia Cook out the left, inviting Sarah Knowles on forward. Knowles bursting down the left-hand side. Knowles now looking back centrally. McFadden has her pass picked off all the way back now to Hogg, who then looks centrally. McFadden. Her pass again doesn't reach its intended target. Now Magic look to hit on the break, and it hits the back of the referee, so we'll stop play. So the Magic get the ball just short of the halfway line. Slade urging to press on here from the Buds. Here's Wimberley Wright, key part of the Magic this season. He scored 53% of the goals for the Broadmeadow Magic this season. And as Magic hit on the break here, here is Wimberley Wright shooting at goal and saved by Olivia Sneddon. And apologies to all those that are tuning in. If you're only just catching us now, I am Harry Scobie, bringing you all the action tonight here on the Northern New South Wales Football YouTube channel. A few technical difficulties, but certainly see what tonight brings, as both teams had a fair bit of the ball to start this one. Going right. Close there. Now it's net swing. Now we'll push this out onto the right-hand side. Jones dropping deep to present. Unfortunately, we can get the ball under control. Wimberley Wright. Field for the Magic. In behind, they can look for it, but well cut out by Sarah Knowles. Michaela Simmons to take this throw in for the Magic. She looks in field for Ferrisat, who's found herself quite advanced in attacking territory. Ferrisat out wide now, a cross in which has some height about it. And the final shot by Lily Young straight into the hands of Olivia Sneddon. Immediately looks long to an isolated Tanya Jones, who again can't get that ball under control. Has been games this season where Tanya Jones has been isolated up top, but certainly known for her pressing and movement off the ball. Now the Magic look good early on here at Lake Macquarie Regional Football Facility. Ferrisat shooting from distance, blocked but still not cleared by the Bud. And eventually now Horgan has space. Start an attack of their own for the Buds. Again, not too many options presenting forward. Adamstown to right the wrongs of last week's defeat to Maitland. Did create a battle with the Magpies at times. Fortunately though, didn't do enough to hand Maitland their first defeat of the season, which they still aren't defeated in the Cardiff Motor Group NPL Women's Season 2026. And leading the competition by 6 points as it stands, with plenty of football for the rest of the season. And unfortunately for the Buds, the offside flag raised there. Cook was arriving at the back post. And for those that have been here since the start, apologies for the earlier issue. Just informing of what I said in my intro before we get back to the action. Northern New South Wales is celebrating Pride Round this weekend, recognising the values of inclusion, respect and community across our game, where clubs, players and officials have come together to ensure football remains a welcoming environment for everyone. See multiple clubs get around it this week. Social media post. So important this round, and a great initiative. As now Magic reset through Wimberley Wright. She's already made a huge impact on her debut season with the Broadmeadow Magic. Adamstown, plenty of depth on their bench tonight. Shall Martin Slade to use any of them. Sophia Laurie, most notably on the bench tonight for the Bud. She's played every minute of every game this season. So interesting to see her start from the bench. And she is, along with Stella Morgan, Sienna Friend, Minnie Granger, Johnny Bregor and Harper Morgan, who have all played the reserve grade fixture beforehand. Seeing Adamstown Rosebuds run out 1-0 winners in that one. So certainly got some depth. But there's some fresh legs on that Magic bench as well. As Adamstown have a free kick deep into attacking territory here. And this one will go float all the way to the back stick. Jones arriving. Unfortunately, that one always comfortably in the path of Mally Blanche. He thumps it over the halfway line now for Ava Boyokman Tracy, who's new to the Magic. Here she is on the front foot. Tracy driving through, goes to ground, nothing given by the referee and the Buds. Going to start a counter-attack of their own. Knowing how crucial a fast start is, Adamstown, especially in the position that they sit. On 9.7 place. A win tonight could see them go equal with their opponents, Broadmeadow Magic, who currently sit fourth. Much on the line this evening as Jones presenting in behind. It'll go infield to McFadden. Doesn't have too many options. Net swing in there as well. Able to work that combination on that occasion. Horgan winning the header. Magic's chance to have some use of the ball. It's been cagey to start this one. Round 15 of the KF Motor Group NPL Women's. In New South Wales, it's crunch time across not only this comp, but the men's as well, as places for finals start to heat up. And this is a huge game in the context of the finals race. It's now Netswing infield, looking to combine with teammates. Unfortunately, couldn't find one, but it'll be a Bud's throw. Martin Slade back with his coaching staff this week. Was the only one out there last weekend at Cook Square Park. They suffered a 4-0 defeat to Maitland. All of his other coaching staff were at this exact ground with the Newcastle Jets Academy. So it meant Martin Slade had to take charge of not only the first grade side, but also the reserve grade team as well. Unfortunately, back-to-back losses for the Buds at Cook Square Park. Certainly worth mentioning the strengths of Maitland as well. Always tricky to beat at Cook Square Park. Talking about Maitland, their men's side will find out their opponent in the round of 32 of the Australia Cup on Monday. So exciting to have the Bears and the Magpies. Tension. Be interesting to see who they get. That draw taking place, as I said, Monday night. There's Magic now shifting the ball early in this one. Adamstown pressing and winning it well. Jones is in behind. She's got legs to get on the end of this one. Not too much support in the box for Tanya Jones, so she's forced into the corner in good defence. There to see Jones not get across the way and out for a goal kick. And it was a crazy contest the last time these two sides met, back in round 5. Round 8, sorry, where Adamstown were back at Adamstown Oval, securing one of their only 2 wins this season, and it was done in some style. 5-3 the Broadmeadow Magic. After trailing within the first 2 minutes, they worked their way back into a comfortable lead, and despite a late scare, they did hold on their first win of the season. They've also held Magic from taking any points from them this season. A 2-2 draw back in round 1 to start the campaign after trailing 2-0 down. So Magic 3 wins this season and unable to get one over the Buds tonight. A huge opportunity, and they'll have the first set piece of the night here at the Magic. Swung into the air. It's got a bit of height about it. Sneddon does, as she always does, holds it well and rolls it immediately to Mary Netzwang, who can hit on the break here. Buds, not too much support for Netzwang, who spent last season at Maitland FC before making the move across to the Buds. Such a clever, talented player is Mary Netzwang. 7 goals to her name this season, most of any Adamstown players this season. She's also in the top 5 in terms of the Golden Boot charts, which Tara Andrews is leading by quite some margin. Not as much of a gap as she had last year in the competition. Renee Pountney sitting on 15, Tara Andrews on 21, Wimberley Wright as well for the Magic on 14. So Tara certainly does have some competition coming her way, as Hogg couldn't find Knowles. Cagey to start this one here. Chance now for Michaela Simmons to find a teammate in beyond. First out looks over the top. That one though, the right idea. Looking in behind for Wimberley Wright, who's looking to get more goals to her tally tonight. Now Adamstown pushing it out from the back. Martin Slade mentioned midweek that he's going to trust his principles. You know, Adamstown, despite conceding first in every game this season, is certainly known for a grandstand finish, especially in second half of games. They've come back from 2-0 down at halftime 3 times this season to rescue 2 draws and a win. So they don't mind conceding early. He's right, slipping it through, and a little bit too much speed on it, but certainly the right idea by Wimberley Wright. There's now Hogg pushing it across to Eleanor Hayes, who's taken the role of Jenna Doyle, who's departed Adamstown Rosebuds in the last 2 weeks after spending just over 6 years at the club. There's now Jones dropping deep, and they've robbed the possession here. The Buds, a chance for Wimberley Wright to get on forward. Sends it into the box. Can't beat Hazo. I think Magic plays alert to the situation. And sent back forward, but you presume the offside will be raised. Nothing given here against Wimberley Wright as she gets to the byline and looks to cut it back. Cleared and followed back in on the follow-up. That one always sailing by Skate Springer. Kate Springer, who spent time at Charlestown and Zuri, finding herself well and truly Magic colours this season, especially the fact they're wearing their yellow kit tonight. Seen a couple of times this year from the Magic. It's a different sort of unique shirt, white at the front, yellow at the back with the red socks. Now Martin Slade urging on the press for Adamstown. Blanche happy to work it across. They'll play through the lines here well. Have the Magic. Robbed the possession though by Georgia Hogg. So crucial for this Bud side. Netzwang working well. Plenty of space opening up out left. Here's Cook. Sending it in field and couldn't find the runner. Netzwang looking inside that pocket. That's the Magic working their way out of trouble. They've done this nicely. Perisat. Field Magic getting a good hold of this game early on here. Certainly had the better of the possession. Only kept the one clean sheet here, the Broadmeadow Magic. That come in their 6-0 win back in round 7 over Charlestown Missouri. We're in action tomorrow against Lambton Eagles and Charlestown, another one of those sides. So hungry to hunt down that 4th position. So much can unfold at the end of this week. Round 15 of the Carlton Motor Group NPL Women's. Baden dropping it to Knowles. Unfortunately not on the same wavelength. They're the two players. 1 and 10 for the Adamstown. Worked out this play well, though, have the Buds streaming forward and looking for Jones in behind, who's always the target for the Buds going forward. Now, Wimberley Wright dropping deep into the pocket and slipping it through, and the offside flag was raised. It was a huge chance there for Bjorkman Tracy to just get her first goal in Magic colours. Unfortunately, though, offside flag raised, much to the disappointment of the Magic. Now Tog being forced wider than she would have liked. Netzwang dropping deep. Magic playing quite a deep start this one. Let him back to Georgia Hogg. Some very experienced players for the Buds. Here's Netzwang, turning away from a few challenges brilliantly. Mary Netzwang and looking for Jones. You know how well those two can combine. Adamstown, such a side that on their day when they can click, especially through those two names I just mentioned in Mary Netzwang and Tanya Jones, can be very dangerous for opposition. As here is Netzwang, realising there's space out left. Knowles back into the feet of Mia Cook. And she'll send it in field. Plenty of space opening up for Horgan, who decides to shift it out right. Cook's early ball in. And the header finds the back of the net. Adamstown strike first here in the crucial clash. And it seemed oh so easy for the Buds. Magic sitting off. And it's Adamstown who have finally broke that curse and scored first in a match for the first time this season. And that is a goal that means so much to the Buds, so much to Martin Slade as well. And makes Adamstown 1, Broadmeadow Magic 0. Magic now with a mountain to climb. It was a different situation all the way back in round 8, where the Magic scored within the opening seconds of the contest starting through Wimberley Wright, but Adamstown finally have scored first in a match in the 2026 season. And it's certainly been coming for the Buds. With what's at stake this evening. They strike first. That's swing now. Adamstown. They love a second to start this one here under lights at Lake Macquarie Regional Football Facility. Wasn't that a brilliant header as well? Tanya Jones for the Buds, who has the opener here in this one. Magic for an instant response. They'll go in field. Wimberley Wright sends it out wide to Tracy, who's forced wider than she would have liked. Out for a goal kick. And Adamstown, they're weathering the storm here early on. Do find themselves ahead.
We can just roll out and play the other side, yeah?
It's Tanya Jones' 7th goal of the season. And on return to the starting side. Certainly shown why she is so crucial for this Adamstown side. Now Georgia Hogg Out wide to Sarah Knowles, who's been busy early down this left-hand side. A lot of their players come down here. Here's Cook for Jones. Again, a bit isolated up top, and it's a crunching challenge. Coming across there was Michaela Simmons. McFadden to Knowles. Back to Lainey McFadden, who uses the line and the option presenting, which is Cook. In field again, they've found a lot of space in field early on the Buds. Horgan. Find its intended pass. Now the Magic Spranger. Magic again have turned it over here. There's a chance for the Buds to get on the front foot. Netswang presenting out right, and the shot coming in. Well, there was late contact. Adamstown asking for a free kick. Nothing given on Cook. Now Netswang dropping it out wide. Intended turn to use the line there. Unable to do so was Cook. Now it's Horgan. Came up against Maitland last week, and her father, Ben Horgan, who's the coach of the Magpies, and this one whipped in. And another chance there. Crosses are proving dangerous for the Buds early in this one. Only a chance there for Tanya Jones to get on the end of it, but Adamstown certainly looking the goods early on, searching for their third win of the season. Faden to Knowles. Georgia Hogg really grown in to the defence of what Adamstown are trying to build this season. Hayes now driving forward, finding Tanya Jones. Forced under pressure. Now they'll send it long. It's been picked off. Magic now haven't had too many clear-cut chances to start this one, Broadmeadow Magic. They have scored 30 goals, though, this season, which will improve their chances of getting anything from the game tonight. That's the third highest in the competition. Really right, you'd assume, would be their go-to player for the Magic to produce comeback from here. Hayes winning the challenge. Magic again, unable to execute going forward. Adamstown are feeding off that first goal. It's done them the world of the good confidence-wise. And they're certainly playing some enjoyable football in the early stages here. Jones now picking off possession, only momentarily. She's still pressuring the back four of the Magic. So hard to contain for opposition defences. Here comes the press though for the Buds. Knowles into it up against Spranger. And they've won the throw in here, the Buds. Certainly pinning Magic in at times here this evening. Did the goals come for the Magic? Netswang. Faden. Faden in field to Knowles. And Hogg has to go all the way back to Olivia Sneddon. Adamstown have a throw in just shy of the halfway line. Magic handed them their first win of the season. That one coming back in round 8. Sense they might be out for revenge here this evening. It was a fiery clash, that one. Way back in round 8 at Adamstown Oval. Free kick going the way of the visitors, who are looking to get a move on here. I'll send bodies forward here. Let's get on the end of this one. Now very compact in their defence, putting a lot of bodies behind the ball. Shouts for a handball there potentially. Adamstown will win the throw in anyways and immediately go forward. Net swing. Now lofted over the top for Jones to chase. She can't win out, but net swing picks up the scraps. Field to Cook, who doesn't have too many options, so comes out left. Sarah rolls. Hogan field to Horgan. Horgan in behind. Picked off by Broadmeadow, who have done a good job at keeping Adamstown at bay in patches. Adamstown certainly showing better signs with the ball, but we know they can. Not how to play, unfortunately for Anya Lowe. Here's Netswang on the spin, looking for runners in behind is Mary Netswang, and it's a little dink that nearly finds its way behind that defence. Now back in field, plenty of space opening up for Cook, who looks inside the Jones. The first touch just a little bit too heavy. Tanya Jones. Magic can break forward. Here's Wimberley Wright in fair bit of space, driving forward into attacking territory. Wright looking for the dink over the top and into the hands of Olivia Sneddon. And it just hasn't clicked just yet for the Magic. The Buds, knowing what's at stake tonight. Certainly looking the goods early. That pass though from Cook, just a bit too far advanced for the run of Knowles. Now the chase is on here and in behind, and nearly a chance for the Magic out of nothing. It was Borkman Tracy, found herself in behind, just under a little bit of much of pressure to get a shot of any power away. And that swing pass is a bit overhit, so a few mistakes creeping in for both sides.
Energy, girls! Energy!
Martin Slade, as vocal as ever on the touchline, been riding the emotions of what's been such an up and down season for the Buds to date. Right, getting behind the Adamstown defence, Wimberley Wright. Great tackle though from Eleanor Hayes, just to prevent the danger. She's been so good, stepping into that centre back role alongside Hogg. There's now that press for Adamstown. It certainly paid off early days here. Giving Magic too much of the ball inside their own half. Knowles now looking to field to Jones. It'll go past her and find her attacking strike mate in Mary Netswang. Wrapped in a corner and goes to ground. This will be a free kick in a dangerous position for Adamstown. There'll be a few players, I'd assume, try and stand over this one. Good thing for the Buds is they're not chasing the game as of yet, so they can take a little bit of time to weigh up their options. And it will be Netswang brushed all other teammates aside to take this one. No, she does have a dangerous right foot. This one in for a teammate. Netswang standing over it. Adamstown on the hunt for a second. He'll go deep to the back stick. And it's cleared away by Broadmeadow. There were a few runners there at the back stick. Now the Magic look to break up the other end, but unfortunately the touch is just a bit too heavy and probably sums up first half to date so far. Just a few weeks ago, their final game was in round 10 in their 5-1 loss to Lake Macquarie after she's moved on to the Gold Coast. It's now a shot from distance, and that's found its way in the back of the net. And Adamstown have their second, and they are cruising here at Lake Macquarie Regional Football Facility. And it's Tanya Jones who grabs the brace. This one, though, the more impressive of the two, take a bow and makes the score. Adamstown 2, Broadmeadow Magic 0. And Adamstown, they've just been at the races from the very first whistle tonight. And very deserved of their lead, Tanya Jones, who marks her return back to the starting side with a brace early on here. And who's to say she can't go and grab a hat-trick. Broadmeadow, though, the task becomes even harder this evening, as now they get on the front foot. And it falls into the hands of Sned, and Collins went to ground. Well, Adamstown are very used to being down 2-0 in matches and having to dig in and work hard to find their way back in. They've never been in this position 2-0 ahead. Plenty of work to do. As Wright unloads from distance, that one always sailing over the bar. You can hear Martin Slade just looking to see out things until half-time. One goal for Magic certainly liven things up ahead of a huge second 45. Catch all live and free on the Northern New South Wales Football YouTube channel. And plenty more football coming your way this weekend. Catch all men's and women's games. Men's and women's on the Northern New South Wales YouTube channel as Jones sneaking in behind. And nearly grabbing a hat-trick there. Causing havoc for the Broadmeadow backline. For a first hat-trick this season. Stanton wanting to let this one roll. She takes a bit of a risk, but that one will shield over the back line and out for a goal kick. Setting it forward. Mia Cook, who had the run of Knowles in behind, decides to go back to Georgia Hogg. Jones now with the hold-up play. Fighting with Cook. They're working this play nicely. The Buds picked off at the very vital moment by Simmons. One of many new faces to this Broadmeadow Magic side, as well as Yorkman Tracy. Swinging a battle. It's been cagey at times in the middle of the park. Knowles forward and bumped out of play. Way to the touchline, which Wright can't get under control. Magic struggling to grow into the contest here. They've conceded 3.8 goals per game this season. So although they can score goals, particularly through Wimberley Wright, their new signing this season, they're also struggling keep them out. Here's a chance though before the break. They'll burst forward with numbers behind. One of them being Wimberley Wright, but it's Bjorkman Tracy who's picked up play. And that one, rightfully so, a free kick the way of the Buds. Sned to take this goal kick. close in on half-time. Players did come out a little bit later than the scheduled 8 o'clock mark as NetSwing again on the turn. Dispossessed. Magic have to offer for half-time. Wembley right presenting him behind. They'll now look for right. He's looking for that right foot and the space it presents out right. He's Spranger. Early ball in and it's cleared away, but it'll be another corner for the Magic. Look to commit bodies forward here and pull something back to make this game a contest. This one to be sent in by the Magic. It's got a bit of height about it. Falls to the edge of the box. NetSwing the pinch back possession as well as plenty of red and green jumpers and eventually sent back forward. And Olivia Snedden, who's had quite a comfortable day at the office so far. It's the other way around last weekend at Cook Square Park, having 4 put past to the ladder leaders. Maitland have the bye this week. Chance for them to reset and regroup after what's been an exciting season for them so far. Under Ben Horgan after they lost out every bit of silverware that was up for grabs last season. But as this season's progressed, there are certainly teams that have matched it with Maitland at times. We saw at the start of the season, Maitland were putting 9-1 wins on. Here's an example there after their win against Newcastle Olympic. Space out left here for the Buds. Knowles makes the overlap run. Cook keeps it in. Does so well. McFadden decides to reset. And this is what the Buds really value themselves on. Keeping possession, keeping the ball. And that's a beautiful pass from McFadden. Plenty of space opening up for Horgan. Urging teammates on forward. Horgan unloading from distance. Certainly worth an effort. That one though falling into the hands of the Magic custodian. Again, Magic second to everything tonight. Adamstown winning everything in the air and on the ground. It's proving the difference so far here. If you're just joining us, a brace to Tanya Jones. Sees the Buds ahead as it stands. As a free kick goes away of Broadmeadow. They'll look to get this free kick deep into the box.
18.
Hopefully for their perspective, they can force a shot in anger to trouble Olivia Snedden. Janikowski to take from just over the halfway line here for Broadmeadow, and that's looks to be a shot. He hits Brent Sproul, the photographer, who's positioned himself right behind the goals there, behind Olivia Snedden. That one safely away from danger for an Adamstown perspective. Georgia Hogg now. Plenty of space. Centrally. She'll go out to Sarah Knowles. Knowles again in field. Magic struggling to rob possession for the Bards. And again, they've worked out of that tight space well. Here's Cook down the right-hand side. In field looking for NetSwing. It finds its way to Tanya Jones. He's surrounded by Magic players. Wasn't able to get any pass away. Still alive. NetSwing forcing Cook quite wide here, and she'll do well to keep it in, which she does. Strong challenge coming across.
Over. Yeah, up and in. That's fine. Thank you.
Adamstown sending this one into the mix for the strength of NetSwing, and that last touch did come off an Adamstown jumper, so a goal kick for Broadmeadow. Do have the bye next week, and knowing that the scenario could be so different depending on other results this weekend, Charlestown and New Lambton in action tomorrow at Lolcar Oval before Olympic travel to Macquarie Field to take on Lakes on Sunday at 3 p.m. Huge game tomorrow. Charlestown, New Lambton. New Lambton looking to edge closer. Charlestown. Being boosted by the additions of current A-League women's players Taryn King and Libby Copus-Brown. Taryn King, former Newcastle Jet, now playing for the Central Coast Mariners, while Libby Copus-Brown brought up her 100th game this season in Jets colours. Two strong additions for Alicia Ferguson's side, who again will be eyeing off tomorrow's clash with New Lambton. So Magic certainly having teams below them tight on their heels. They're looking behind now, will the Magic, and it's a forward run from Spranger, but unfortunately that one again will roll beyond the byline. Out for an Adamstown free kick, who are just easing things to close the first half here. They'll go long this time though, the Buds, something that we haven't seen too much from an Adamstown point of view, going long from goal kicks. First header by Horgan. Laney, big fader now, pinching possession back for the Buds. Net swing again on the turn, and she does that so well. How many times do we see that from Neri net swing, just riding free of a couple challenges? And the final product there was Tanya Jones going for goal with her weaker left foot. Net swing arguing the case of shirt grabbing while she made her way closer to goals. Magic being put under all sorts here, especially coming out of trouble. Hear the shouts of go forward. They want something for the break, just to give them a bit of confidence heading into the second half. Spranger all the way across to Janikowski. That swing though with all the tricks and goes to ground after a shirt grab, and I think just a warning there from the referee. I thought she was going to reach to the back pocket to dish out the first booking of tonight's fixture. Nothing given in that instance. No cards as of yet as half-time approaches. And that's all she wrote. So Adamstown, well, we knew heading into this one, they have conceded first in every game. Well, they've certainly changed that script tonight, going ahead early on through Tanya Jones, who not only grabbed one, but a brace in a crucial fixture here tonight. So a brace to Tanya Jones sees the Rosebuds ahead at the break, 2-0. How will Magic respond in this second half? Big 45 to come. You catch it all live and free on the Northern New South Wales Football YouTube channel. But at the break, it's Adamstown Rosebuds 2, Broadmeadow Magic 0.
Anyone can sell you a car, but at Cardiff Motor Group, you'll experience the car difference. We're a team driven by passion for excellence in both our service and our range of new and pre-owned vehicles. We listen to what you need and work within your budget to get you behind the wheel of a car you love. Call into our showroom or take a look online and experience the car difference with Cardiff Motor Group.
About a new car? Visit the team at Cardiff Volkswagen and view the fantastic range of new and demonstrator vehicles with all-weather on-site undercover parking available 7 days a week. View the award-winning Amarok range, Caddy, Transporter, Crafter and all-new electric ID Buzz. You'll be sure to find a great deal on your next vehicle. Experience the car difference with instant on-site finance quotes, genuine parts and accessories, factory-trained workshop technicians and locals supporting locals with service with a smile. All in one place. Call into our showroom for a coffee and a chat or take a look online. Cardiff Volkswagen, 2 Sturt Road, Cardiff, part of the Cardiff Motor Group.
Anyone can sell you a car, but at Cardiff Motor Group, you'll experience the car difference. We're a team driven by passion for excellence in both our service and our range of new and pre-owned vehicles. We listen to what you need and work within your budget to get you behind the wheel of a car you love. Call into our showroom or take a look online and experience the car difference with Cardiff Motor Group.
car? Visit the team at Cardiff Volkswagen and view the fantastic range of new and demonstrator vehicles with all-weather on-site undercover parking available 7 days a week. View the award-winning Amarok range, Caddy, Transporter, Crafter and all-new electric ID Buzz. You'll be sure to find a great deal on your next vehicle. Experience the car difference with instant on-site finance quotes, genuine parts and accessories, factory-trained workshop technicians and locals supporting locals with service with a smile. All in one place. Call into our showroom for a coffee and a chat or take a look online. Cardiff Volkswagen, 2 Sturt Road, Cardiff, part of the Cardiff Motor Group.
Welcome back to the Northern New South Wales football YouTube channel. And it's Adamstown Rosebuds who find themselves in an unfamiliar position, but one I'm sure they'd certainly prefer. 2 goals ahead at the break as we look to reset and to see what this second 45 provides. And it was Tanya Jones with a brace that sees the Buds in the position that they are. And coming into this contest, they did concede first in every game this season. However, Broadmeadow Magic, after handing the Buds their first win of the season back in round 8, seem on par here to do likewise. Plenty of work to turn around what was a disappointing first half showing. Dean Cook's side. And the Magic, the first to make their way back on the field for this clash. Adamstown slowly making their way back out too. And as we get set to resume things, the news also broke today that the grand final venues have been announced for the Northern New South Wales Football Grand Final. So there's a host of different locations, but Darling Street Oval will play host to both the men's reserve grade and first grade, as well as the women's first grade and reserve grade fixtures. Saturday is the dates, the 12th of September for the women's, with the reserve grade at 11, first grade at 2, while on the Sunday, the 13th of September, the men's and first grade will do battle at Darling Street Oval, again playing host to what is an awesome day that we always mark on the calendar. Final series are still a while ago. Do we remember last year's grand finals? Broadmeadow Magic taking it out in the men's first grade. And the thrilling contest in the women's that saw Charlestown Missouri win 1-0 thanks to a Melina Ayres thunderbolt from range. Charlestown Missouri in action tomorrow against Newhampton, but all eyes turn back to Lake Macquarie Regional Football Facility. The first game is kick off around 15. It's Adamstown Rosebuds. Such an impressive first half display will kick things off, looking to further extend their lead. They've only conceded 5 goals or more 4 times this season, so certainly known for conceding goals. Conceded a 5-1 loss to Newhampton, Adamstown 5-3, Lakes 5-1, and then Maitland 6-2. Only a couple of weeks ago on this exact surface, and while for Adamstown, they're starting to come familiar to playing on Lake Macquarie Regional Football Facility. Spent so much time throughout the last few years playing on this surface. And they are back at Oval next Sunday, 4 p.m, to take on Lake Macquarie. It'll be a huge game. Also their first game since they picked up that round 8 win over the Magic. Next swing's been caught late here. Play will resume with the Buds. It's sent out wide. Sophie Cook driving into space, and I wouldn't be surprised if the referee stopped play as we further investigate what's happened to Marinette Swing here. Seemed to be caught late after getting the pass away. Just seemed to be clipped, and I'm not sure whether it'll be an Adamstown drop ball here potentially. And then in fact it will. Magic to thump it back forward. Picked off by Lainey McFadden. No changes at the break, as we are aware, as Netswing driving forward. Wants options in behind. She has for handball as well against Wimberley Wright, who's found herself deep to start proceedings in the second 45. Morgan now dropping it back to Knowles. Sarah Knowles, who also previously at Charlestown Missouri, also spent time in the Jets Academy as well. As that turn from Jones, just giving herself a bit of space and switching across to the right-hand side for Cook to track down. As the option of Georgia Cook in behind, who dinks into the back stick, and coming through was Tanya Jones. Oh, she was coming through at some speed, and I think she's collected a Magic player in the process. Eyeing off a hat-trick this afternoon, Tanya Jones, or tonight I should say, not this afternoon. And we'll get further treatment here. I'm not too sure what Magic player it was that went to ground. Tanya Jones was on a mission there, making that run to the back post. Didn't make connection with the ball, unfortunately. Didn't get it goal bound, but just see the final outcome of the defender that scored on the ground for the visitors. That probably is one of the worst ways to start the second half from a Magic perspective. Looks to be that Magic will play with 10 for now. And play will resume. So still unable to just catch who that was that went to ground for the Magic, but play continues. Well, one back by Sophie Cook, and she wins her side throw in. That's way now. Searching for options as runners in behind. It's KG out on this right-hand side. Where do the goals come for the Magic? That's been the question throughout this contest. Haven't had too many troubles in recent weeks finding the back of the net. Scored 30 goals this season, which is the highest in the competition. As now a ball swung in, and Jones was looking to get on the end of it. She did go to ground before the ball could even get played to her. Now Blanche wants it to be a goal kick. It surely looked to be a corner. And a corner is given, and Jones is still complaining that she was clipped on the way through. I'm not sure she would have received the pass either way. It was cleared from the first defender. And a corner, rightfully so, the right decision. And a chance for Adamstown now to further increase their lead. Jones presenting deep at the back stick. We've seen her do that on a couple occasions, and coming through with the header was Hogg. And unfortunately, direction to turn it goal bound. Now the Magic looking for something. We know 2-0's a very dangerous scoreline in football. You get one and all of a sudden things can change. But this Adamstown side, look like they've turned a corner. And especially with their showing so far, can prove they can be a finals team with so much to play for from now till the end of the season. And I'm sure on the other end, Dean Cook would be aware of what's at stake. Shall Magic get the 3 points here tonight, or even lose? And that pressure becomes a little bit more serious for the Magic. Now Collins sending it out wide. And Borkman Tracy getting on the end of it, but the offside flag is raised. And that's been the story of Magic's night so far. No execution in the final third. Wembley right tried from distance. They've had a few set pieces which haven't resulted in anything to trouble Olivia Sneddon between the sticks for the Buds. Certainly are options on the bench. Olivia Otto being one of them. Jessica Wallace as well. Just wonder at what stage she'll be introduced up top for the Magic. That one sent back forward. It's the first time pass from Blanche. Unable to find her left back in Simmons. That swing now. Does really well to keep that from crossing out of play. She's been collected through in the process. She still rides a couple of challenges and going for goal. And it's saved by Blanche. A crucial touch down to her right to prevent Netswang increasing Adamstown's lead. Oh, just when it looked like Netswang. And her last touch was a bit too heavy. She's done well to keep it in and shooting from distance. That is the threat she poses, Mary Netswang. Martin Slade, one of his major talking points midweek was sticking to his principles and not shying away. He also mentioned the fact that when they have gone down in games this season, they've looked to create a comeback of their own. And that's what they did a couple of weeks ago on this exact turf. Back in round 13 when they trailed 2-0 at the break to Newcastle Olympic. Ended up winning that second half, 4-0. Feels like just slowly starting to progress into the football side we know they can be. And that race for the finals. Might even come down to the last day to determine who's playing finals football. So many positions up for grabs. Who's driving forward now is Sophie Cook. We have options out left. She decides to retreat. Go back out to the right-hand side. Cook to Netswang. Netswang wanting Jones to run in behind. Touch was a bit heavy. Now, Wimberley Wright switching the play out to the right-hand side. Inviting Magic jumpers forward. Plenty of Adamstown bodies behind the ball as well. We'll go out wide now. First time Crosses beat the first defender. And unfortunately there, Borkman Tracy just couldn't get the ball out of her feet and into a forward position. Still, Magic get on the front foot. Cleared out of the way by Hogg, but it's better from the visitors. That swing now. Up against plenty of Magic players. Pass doesn't hit the mark. And Magic treat now. Again, a little bit rushed from Broadmeadow. Net swing brings it to control. Unable to get a real good grasp of it. And now sent out wide for the Magic. Is there a chance for them to hit back in this second half? Ball in. Doesn't beat the first defender. And it'll be out for a Broadmeadow Magic corner, which Yorkman Tracy is going to head across to take. So it was scoreless last week for Dean Cook and the Magic. Their trip to Lolcar were able to face Charlestown Azuri. No goals for them last week. And as is the case so far, no goals to their tally as of yet. And that pass again doesn't hit its target. Tricky feet down the right-hand side. This one shielded out of play. And we talk about principles. Adamstown certainly doing well defensively in this contest as the first change of the night arrives. And unsurprisingly, it'll be Dean Cook to head to his bench for the Magic. Coming onto the field, Jessica Wallace, who we spoke about, was going to be introduced at some point, and it's just before the hour mark that she takes her place into the contest. What sort of spark can she provide will be the question. She spent 6 years away from football. First year here in Magic colours and in the competition for Jess Wallace, who will undoubtedly partner Wimberley Wright up front. It's a scary combination on its day for the Magic. How do they get the service of those two is the question. Hasn't been there in that first half. Jankowski looking behind. That's picked off. And on the follow-up, no free kick given. And that pass straight out of play by Spranger. So Adamstown made the two changes coming into the night. Ash Vedder, who's dropped out of the squad altogether, as well as Sophia Laurie, who's still on the bench for the Buds. Shall they look to utilise her? As now a ball in behind, looking for the run of Cook, who's stolen behind. And Blanche out to claim. And doing so well. 5 of the 6 players tonight on the bench for the Buds, just backed up from the reserve grade fixture. So it'll be interesting to see what approach Martin Slade takes, whether he looks to utilise some of those players off the bench or whether it's just keeping the winning team on as it is. Magic the bye next week, so he's certainly for an outcome here. Here's Jess Wallace, her first touch since coming off the bench, looking to inject some speed up top. As the run of Yorkman Tracy, Wallace looking to go herself. Well, she started her run just short of the halfway line. It's ended up Deep into attacking territory for the Magic, and Lily Young to come across to take the throw. Master Antonio shooting from distance, who we haven't seen too much of in this contest so far. Just didn't have enough connection to trouble Olivia Snedden. And for the Buds, not only would this win be so good on the table, also good in the fact that it'll be their first clean sheet this season as well to boost. They've only won one of their last 10 matches here at Lake Macquarie Regional Football Facility, a place they've called their second home in recent years. But they've got to survive this late charge from the Magic. Wallace is possessed by Netzwang. Now it's tricky footwork from Cook to link with a few teammates who didn't have too many runners in behind. Certainly worth the right idea looking beyond. Now some width out here left for the Magic. Can't find the target there of Wallace. Now Netzwang. New Martin Slade urging on the Buds to switch the point of view. And now Jones has stolen in behind and dinks it out onto the right, and it's gone out for a corner, which Adamstown will love, I'm sure, as this game dies on. I love to have the ball up this end of the field. And as you can see, Horgan in not much of a hurry to go and take this corner. Adamstown 2 to the good. As it stands, a first half brace for Tanya Jones, who will position herself in the box, trying to get on the end of this one. Just potentially get her first hat-trick of the season. Interesting routine this. 3 Adamstown players starting at the edge of the box. Jones with the hands in the air. It'll fall into position for Tanya Jones. And she nearly got on the end of it, clutching at a potential wrist there in the process. And now Magic looking to hit on the attack. It's Wallace who has options in field. Jessica Wallace, if she can find it. There's options left and right. And Wallace, she finds Wimberley Wright. Snedden well out of the area. And it's paid off. Wimberley Wright unable to find the pass. And they've got away with one there, the Buzz. Still at the other end. Wimberley Wright. Ball across the face of goal. And that one will trickle out of play. But another chance goes begging for the Magic. That was probably their best of the contest. And it was the 2 new attackers in Jess Wallace and Wimberley Wright combining there. Wright, does she go for goal in that occasion? Does she take it around Snedden? She opted for Spranger, who was making her run beyond. And that goal certainly would have livened up things, but still time for the Magic. As they've robbed the Buds of possession here. Ball in field for Spranger, who beats one, tries to beat another and slip it through to Wallace. Now Netzwang with the tricky footwork. How's that for skill from Mary Netzwang? Now it's Cook down the right-hand side. A few runners going forward. Cook might have to do it herself. She sent it in field. First touch. Will find its way to Cook, who unleashes from distance, and Jones was there at the back stick, still alive. Netzwang lining up the shot. Dummies one and goes for goal. And just over the crossbar, Mary Netzwang looking to join in on the action. She only needs 1 goal tonight to get 10 to her name for this season. Billy on that occasion had it for the Buds. As now Magic have turned over possession yet again. Here's Lainey McFadden. Outright to Cook, who just can't reel it in. Net swing in field. Again, gets away from the stranded Furusat. Now in field. Net swing again. Such a tricky customer to contain, Mary net swing. Dinking it over the top. Cleared away by Lily Young. Still alive. Horgan, whose touch goes out in front of it. Now it's Sophie Cook delivering across the face of goal. Can't find a teammate, and there's a chance here for the Magic up the other end to break. Wimberley Wright picking it up, colliding with a teammate there in Jess Wallace, who's picked up the scraps well. Jess Wallace, she'll have to go herself, doesn't have too many options in support. Well, she's certainly trying. Jess Wallace, it's coming off. Here's Eleanor Hayes, infield the net swing, who shifts it out right to Georgia Cook, who, as I mentioned earlier, one of 3 Cooks out there tonight alongside Sophie and Mia Cook. Featured in different patches this season. Couldn't recall the last time they've all started from the start, but it's paying off as now brought to ground well by Wimberley Wright, and unfortunately couldn't free the feet for a shot. Net swing now, driving into space, has a runner Jones in behind. Those two always looking to combine, and now sent out right, cleared by Lily Young. Daniel Lowe. Jankowski. Lowe in field to Bjorkman, who's certainly looked positive since joining the Magic. And now invites Lily Young on forward, and it's a crunching challenge, a strong one. There from Georgia Cook. And Adamstown are just doing the basics right and seeing out this game. There's now Magic head to the bench for a second time in this contest. And it will be Emma McGovern who comes onto the field, looking to inject a bit of energy for this Broadmeadow Magic side. With time ticking well over the hour mark now at Lake Macquarie Regional Football Facility. Round 15 of the Cardiff Motor Group NPL Women's. One game tomorrow at Lolcar before another one on Sunday afternoon at Macquarie Field. So much up for grabs for every side. As Snedden fools everyone and decides to send it out left. All the way out wide to Cook, who can't combine with the overlapping runner Knowles. Net swing now. Eleanor Hayes with options in behind. It's a lovely turn there. Cook to release some space, and Magic happy to sit off in a time where they could be applying a little bit more pressure, and that's a lovely turn from net swing. And now the outside of the foot pass, and it invites Cook to keep it in, and she did her best, but that one rolls out of play. But again, net swing so dangerous in just gliding past players with ease as well. She did score a brace in the fixture back in round 8, where Adamstown picked up their first win against Broadmeadow Magic. One of those coming from a free kick, and one of the goal-winning matches coming from individual talent just inside the box. Glided past a few defenders before putting it past Marley Blanche, as now the Magic up the other end. Searching ball in behind. It's looking for the run of Bjorkman Tracy. Now it's Hayes with time in front of her. Tries to look in field for net swing. Probably given a bit too much space. Have the Magic. Sophie Cook infield to Jones, who hasn't seen too much of the ball in this second half. Jones now gliding past a few with ease, and she's got him behind here, Tanya Jones. And coming across to clear the danger was Anya Lowe. It falls back to Mary Netswing, who picks up the ball, looking for her left foot, back onto the right, gliding this way and that, and then the final shot finding its way all the way to the back stick, and Magic will look to see this one over the line, and it's a goal kick way of the Magic, who really need to get a move on if they want to grab something from this game. Closest chance coming about 5 minutes ago with Wimberley Wright. To say Adamstown haven't had too many clear-cut chances of their own. They've certainly taken them when they have presented, as they'll work this free kick short rather than going in the box. And it's a switch which has opened up the width nicely here for the Buds. Georgia Cook back to Hayes, who looks centrally for Horgan. Plenty of time for Evie Horgan, who slips it through. It's a lovely pass, finding Sophie Cook, but she's offside. Got a shot away, but the offside flag was raised. We can hear Martin Slade again, encouraging that football. Keeping it Magic at bay for now. Reminder, you can catch every game live and free on the Northern New South Wales Football YouTube channel. Coming to the business end of the season. Still so much football to be played. But it's games like these for the Magic where they'll look back on at the end of the season, knowing that they need to hold on to the position that they're currently on the ladder. Here's a chance for Wimberley Wright. She's pinched the ball well, has options with Wallace. Wimberley Wright goes herself, and it's another huge stop by Olivia Sneddon. Still alive for the Magic. Sprenger beats a couple of challenges before going to ground. That one's a free kick, and is that the momentum spark that invites Broadmeadow back into this contest? It was an individual effort from Wright to pinch the ball and glide forward. And her final shot couldn't beat Sneddon, but this is a huge chance for the Magic to get back in the contest. And like I said, 2-0, always a dangerous scoreline in football as they line up this free kick. Plenty of options at the back stick. Wallace unmarked. That's when now realising the danger if it was to find Jessica Wallace in the free kick. Lofted with a bit of height behind it. And nearly turned home there from Janikowski. Another reset through Lily Young, who sends it out wide to Sprenger. Sprenger in field. Ferrisat gets the pass away to Sprenger, who's Ross finds the front stick and only as far as Olivia Sneddon. Now Adamstown up the other end. A chance for both sides to probably catch their breath. An exciting passage of play there from Magic. Be looking to take confidence from their leading goal scorer, Wimberley Wright. They had the best of their chances this evening, Wimberley Wright, as here she is again, opening up space well. Emma McGovern getting a few touches on the ball. McGovern forced under pressure by Netswing, gets it away. Now they'll look over the top, and it's a calm header back, although it's found its way into the path and nearly turned home there. I think it was Borkman Tracy just stealing in behind, just couldn't turn it goal bound, but Magic, ever since Jess Wallace has been introduced to the game, that front line looking a little bit more creative going forward. Here they are again. Wallace on the turn. Gliding past a couple, sending it through. And that final pass by Ferrisat. Just couldn't find a teammate. Blanche now coolly playing it out from the back. Magic having good ball in the last 5 minutes or so here at Lake Macquarie Regional Football Facility. Chances have come few and far between, but they've certainly shown promise when they have got in behind and stolen in behind the Adamstown defence, which hasn't happened too much. Will they regret those chances come the end of the 90 minutes? Ball in behind. It's a scramble in the box for the Buds. A few shouts from an Adamstown perspective. And now the Magic in here on the front foot. Wallace screaming for it in behind. And now she'll look to get on the end of it. And it looked like that pass was going to find its target. But goes out of play. And Jess Wallace just hasn't had too much service since coming on the field. She certainly worked her magic herself, dropping deep and picking up the ball on occasions. And talk about being tricky. Mary Netswang certainly defines that, swending it outright to the run of Georgia Cook, who has Sophie Cook on in behind. A few options presenting in the box. Cook looking to cut it back, and it's intercepted. And it's a battle in the corner at the last touch off Sophie Cook. And out for a Magic throw-in. McGovern now looking for a teammate. The pass is picked off. Cook giving it to Cook, and there's an option in behind in McFadden, but it's an ambitious strike from distance. Not enough there to trouble Blanche. From Georgia Cook. Georgia Cook, who spent time at Newcastle Olympic in season 2024. Plenty of players in the Cardiff Motor Group NPL Women's that have come and gone across many different teams. So tomorrow's Alcar Oval sees Charlestown Azuri at home for a second week in a row to take on Newhampton Eagles, who put 6 past Newcastle Olympic last week. Will it be the Golden Eagles who edge close to the Maitland? Will it be Charlestown Azuri, who look a totally different side with the experience gained of Libby Copus-Brown and Taryn King to get the job done there? I'm sure it'll be much tighter than it was in the round 1 fixture, where Newhampton put 10 past Charlestown Azuri. Bound to be a cracker there. Saturday afternoon football for Sunday also sees an intriguing fixture. Lake Macquarie and Newcastle Olympic doing battle at Macquarie Field, which wasn't a happy hunting ground for Olympic early in the season. And having conceded the most goals of any side in this competition, Olympic, they'll be looking to keep Lake Macquarie quiet on Sunday. That all brought to you live and free on the Northern New South Wales Football YouTube channel. But here, goals to show in the second half as it stands. If you're just joining us, Tanya Jones with a first half brace. Seeing the Buds in a position that they haven't been fortunate to have been in too many times this season. They've usually been chasing from behind. But tonight, it's just been a clinical performance from the start. Job not done yet though. Jones wriggling free of a few challenges and going for goal on the left foot. It was a similar shot to the second goal she scored in the first half, which was an absolute cracker. That one just always sailing over the bar. Yorkman Tracy looking in behind for Wallace. It's a lovely pass. And Wallace sneaking in behind, but shirt grabbed of Eleanor Hayes in the process, and Wallace shoots for goal in the meantime. And the referee will just have a quick word to Jess Wallace, who I'm not sure whether she heard the whistle or whether she just wanted to put it in the back of the net anyways. I'm sure she knew Olivia Sneddon was well out of her goals. And Eleanor Hayes, hasn't she been impressive at the back for this Adamstown Rosebud side alongside Georgia Hogg? And it's always pleasing for a defence when you keep a clean sheet, and they are certainly well on their way to do so. And it's just around the 10-minute mark now until Adamstown close in on what would be their third win of the season. A crucial time to get it as well, as a free kick given for the Buds. Time ticking for the Magic. And Magic set up a grandstand finish here in Friday night football, round 15 of the Cardiff Motor Group NPL Women's. Magic just looking for something. That's a lovely turn from right. Setting her options right in field to Wallace. And the offside flag again comes away of Broadmeadow. And much to Adamstown's credit there, Wallace just found herself a bit too far advanced in behind. That's an unfortunate pass there. Georgia Hogg just had a little bit too much speed behind it. Invites Broadmeadow forward to finalise this game. Wimberley riding behind and wins the corner for the Broadmeadow Magic, who, sensing something to set up a grandstand finish here, the corner you'd suspect would be certainly a great way to peg back things. Wimberley right in there as well. Jess Wallace. More importantly for the Buds, plenty of red and green jumpers back as this one deep to the back stick, and the header will sail across, and it's a great save from Olivia Sneddon. Still alive for the Magic. Ball into a similar position. Broadmeadow again, unlucky to have not found the back of the net, but it's still alive. Dinked in, it will beat everyone, and Wallace collides with Sneddon. The offside flag was raised prior to that. There is a bit of concern over Wallace for Broadmeadow, and Olivia Sneddon between the sticks for the Buds. And both physios will be sent on, and a chance now for Magic to reset and regroup. Players all scattered over the field, some of them opting to come and have a drink, while others staying on the field. This game just seems to have gotten away from them here tonight. It's good to see Jess Wallace slowly getting back to her feet. Likewise with Olivia Sneddon, who's being assessed by the physios, who do a great job for each and every club across all competitions. So next week's fixtures, although we still have 2 more games to come this weekend, it'll be New Lambton and Maitland, a top of the table showdown next Saturday, 4:30 at Cook Square Park. Newcastle Olympic doing battle with Charlestown next Sunday at 4 p.m. before Adamstown. First game back at Adamstown Oval since that round 8 win against Broadmeadow Magic. They are back at Adamstown Oval to take on Lake Macquarie while Broadmeadow Magic have the bite. And they'll be watching on with so much twists and turns to come to the table this weekend. This win ultimately means Adamstown go level on points with Broadmeadow Magic as it stands, I must mention, because there's still time if Magic want to pull something out of the bag here late on in the dying stages. He's out wide. Here's Georgia Cook, who looks in field for Sophie Cook. Can't salvage a chance. Now it's sent forward, Wimberley right. The offside flag stays down. And a chance for Borkman Tracy to get on the end of it. But just those fatigued legs that couldn't get in behind Olivia Sneddon. Well, wouldn't she be pleased with tonight? A clean sheet as it stands. And a convincing performance between the stick buds. Here's Jones on a hat-trick. Tanya Jones straight off the goal kick. Just couldn't creep in behind and salvage a shot. She hasn't had too much involvement in the second half, Tanya Jones. Be surprised if she pops up with her hat-trick here. Here's Knowles. Sarah Knowles continuing her run. Adamstown resetting. Just closing out this game in fashion. Eleanor Hayes now on the ball. Out to Georgia Cook. Magic still pressing without the ball. Just don't have that aggression to win it back. Jones dropping deep. Riding a few challenges, but a handball in the process. And now Magic, they're in a hurry to get things going and thump it forward. It looks like they'll target this one in the air. Sent forward. Young in a battle there with Cook. Now sent back over the top and a chance here for Bjorkman Tracy up against Eleanor Hayes. Tracy cutting in, going for goal. And it was certainly the right idea. Cutting in on a preferred right foot, just couldn't find the top right hand corner. Would have been some goal if she would have managed to find it. Was that one of Magic's last chances in this contest? Still time, as I mentioned. Young puts it out of play. It'll be a throw in. To the Buds, who will be in no hurry to send this one forward. It's a calm as you like throw from Cook. Jones goes to ground. Nothing given. It's lovely one-touch football out the other end. Now from Broadmeadow, right on the spin. Using their strength to protect the ball up against Hogg. And a few afters following as well. Hogg deciding to carry it on. You can see the Magic players coming from all sorts of positions to break it up, and I'm sure they'll sense this free kick as an interesting one. They get one back here, and all of a sudden, it becomes a game as the referee will dish out the first yellow card of the night. So it's been a relatively clean game for both sides, but the yellow card going the way of Georgia Hogg, and it's taken right up into the deep 80th minute or so. Janikowski to take this free kick. Will she go goal? Will she look for a teammate? Janikowski lining it up. It's got a bit of height about it. Sneddon coming out. Can only punch. Putting it out of play, and she's collected a Magic player after going for that. And it looks like there might be substitutions potentially taking place. Just waiting to see what's being given here. A few players going off the field, so it allows the Buds to head to the bench. Johnny Bree-Gore coming onto the field from Mia Cook. And Magic, do they salvage something late on? To make this a game, it's sent forward. Offside flag stays down. There was a chance there, still alive for the Magic. There's space out left again, Adamstown, with bodies in the way, as has been the case throughout majority of this contest. And now a handball again, so it invites the Magic to take yet another free kick deep into Adamstown's half. And it's really now or never for Broadmeadow. This is in potential shooting territory. I think Janikowski recognises that. Options set out left. Janikowski taking a few steps back, so she wouldn't be surprised if she does shoot from distance. Janikowski to set up a grandstand finish. Had some venom behind it. Never troubling Olivia Sneddon between the sticks for the Buds. And Adamstown slowly but surely on their way to their first clean sheet of the season. And the big message throughout the week was sticking to the principles from Martin Slade, and they've certainly turned it on tonight. It's taken some grit in defence at times, but Tanya Jones on a return to the starting team after featuring from the bench last week in a game against the ladder leaders Maitland, marking her return with a brace. 2 more goals to her name. You can hear Dean Cook shouting, the ball has to get forward. There's been times tonight for the Magic, and they're slowly running out of time here. Here's Sophie Cook. In field, Jones couldn't get the ball under control. Bit of frustration creeping in from Adamstown. They want to keep the ball even when they're 2 goals to the good. That swing with the dummy. Done that plenty of times tonight and across the season. Jones making the run in behind. She's still eager for a hat trick. Good footwork from Cook to release Jones in behind. Doesn't have many options. Jones, it's a clever pass to release the substitute in behind. Only net swing at the edge of the box. And ultimately dispossessed by Ferrisat. He thumps it forward. Again, no teammate to pick at. Here's Lainey McFadden. Jones. Holes back to Jones. He goes to ground, nothing given. Now Magic bursting forward on the break. Can they grab a consolation potentially to prevent Adamstown from keeping that clean sheet? It's cleared away from Hogg. And we will have a substitute. Adamstown slowing the clock down. And Sophie Cook will depart the field for the Buds tonight. Might be a double substitution with McFadden also. But she'll leave for the night. And like I said, 5 of the 6 substitutes for Adamstown tonight did play in the earlier reserve grade fixture where Adamstown snatched it late with a 1-0 win. Sophia Laurie, who played every minute of every game this season, has not featured for the Buds tonight. She's still on the bench. Interesting to see whether that's an injury potentially. And we're pretty much at the referee's discretion. There will be, you'd presume, a little bit more time due to the stoppages from some earlier injuries that took place in this second half, as now Magic on the attack late on. Net swing again. Just calm as you like, gliding past defenders. So for the Buds, it's back in action and back to their home ground in Adamstown Oval next Sunday, 4 p.m. against Lake Macquarie. Magic have the bye, and it's that sort of chance for Magic to reflect on the season so far. Take the positives, take the negatives, and head into a crucial back end of the season where every game's going to feel like a final, and that's not just 14 Cook side, it's for majority of the sides across the competition with so much up for grabs in the remaining stages. Adamstown potentially with one last attack as Netswang shooting from distance, and it finds its way in the top corner. Mary Netswang putting the icing on the cake for the Buds. And that is probably going to go down as a potential goal of the season. How's that for a strike from Mary Netswang? And Adamstown, such an impressive display tonight. Have capped it off in some style. The short free kick, Mary Netswang. Just looked too easy for her and beats a stranded Blanche, who couldn't do much about that one. And Adamstown are going to walk home with their third win of the season. More importantly, a clean sheet to boost. And defeating Broadmeadow Magic 3-0 here tonight at Lake Macquarie Regional Football Facility. And Tanya Jones with a brace. Mary Netswang with that goal just then to cap off things. And Netswang's goal probably sums up Adamstown's night. A crucial display, a crucial 3 points, more importantly, that shifts them level on points with Broadmeadow Magic. He's at the turning point for Martin Slade's side that really takes them to another level as we approach the final series. Thank you for your coverage tonight on the Northern New South Wales Football YouTube channel. Stay tuned, plenty more football to come as we approach the end of the season. From myself, Harry Scobie, a massive thank you. Have a great night. But here at Lake Macquarie Regional Football Facility, it's Adamstown Rosebuds 3, Broadmeadow Magic 0.